Hey everybody, this is Donnie. I'm back again today to do a plan with me video from my B6 Traveler's Notebook. I did in my previous video, I told you a little bit about this. So if you want to see that, I'll link it below. I'm going to be pulling out my inserts and getting ready to do the plan with me. This week turned out to be a little busier than I had hoped. And I don't like busy weeks. I don't know if y'all are like that or not, but it stresses me out. Is that stupid or what? I do easily get stressed. So that's why I work in a notebook, an insert, put my calendar in it and try to make it pretty because it's less daunting if it's pretty to me to have a lot on my plate. So I want to go ahead and get it set up. Today's Monday, so I'm already behind and I feel behind. But just got back from town. I had a doctor's appointment this morning to have my yearly mammogram. And I'm going to remind y'all, I'm going to even put the pink ribbon up here. Have your mammogram. Please make sure you take care of yourself. On that note, let's get started. I'm going to be using a kit this week from Paper and Gumption. It's a printable kit, a digital kit off of an Etsy store. I'll link all of the things that I've used below if I know where they're from, because there's one item of washi tape that I don't know where I got it and I can't locate it anywhere. So let's look real quick. I've got pin gems pulled. I have the rose gold pin gem, and forgive me because I don't keep up with the names of anything. I think this is the same pin name. I got it twice. And they have different colored crystals, just slightly different. I think they are the same, but I think, the barrels are the same color. But if anybody happens to know what that one is, put it below for me, because I don't know. I think they're both just really pretty, and since they're different, even this one's a little more lilac than this one. This is more matchy to the barrel. But anyway, they were pretty. I pulled these out. Don't know which one I'll use, but I like to keep one out during the week because then I can pick it up, play with it, look at it, and use it. So I'll pull those out. I'm going to set these aside. I'll shove this out of the way too. And then let's have a look at the clips real quick. This one's intriguing, is it not? It is from an Etsy store called Woolsted, Woolsted. I will put it down below. I picked up a number of pretty little palm clips from that shop, and it's just adorable. It's perfect for this kit. I also have this little bow clip from the Creative Bee. I'll list her below as well. This one I made myself. I got to looking through some of my old stuff. I keep it just an old container, like a Tupperware container. I keep a bunch of clips in there and any piece of ribbon, hair bows. Hair bow. This is what this is. No, it's not a gummy bear. This is just a hair bow I picked up at a store somewhere along the way, probably Michael's. It had a little clip on the back. I don't see where I put it. I'll show it to you. I guess it's a hair bow. I don't know. It has one of those little clips, alligator clip looking things. But I took this rose gold paper clip, the big wide pretty one that I got from K&Co XOXO, and just glued it on there with my new Gorilla Glue, clear Gorilla Glue. It's real thin, but it's strong. In fact, if y'all saw on my Instagram where my big huge acrylic drawer thing had fallen, we're not going there. It broke, chipped, the hinges broke off and everything. It was a terrible disaster, but we got it all picked up and I kept all the pieces to it. Do you know I fixed that thing with this Gorilla Glue? Yes, I did. And washi tape. That's all I used. So I'll link that below too in case y'all want to see how to get it off of Amazon. Anyway, just kind of made a little bow, pulled it out. I thought it kind of went with the kit, so I may or may not use that. Don't know. My insert is the Jesenia Printables. I'll link her shop below. I use the same one every week. I love it. I will probably continue. I thought a lot about changing into a different one, but old habits die hard. And see, a busy week. I don't like busy week. I don't like busy. So anyway, I love that insert so much. I'm going to look at the washies next. Let me start with the one I don't know where it came from. I've pulled this one out. It has such pretty purples in it and floral. This was also the same pattern from the Standard Essential, I think. Look below. I will put for sure where I got it. This dashboard, and it was a kit, and I think it's the, I moved everything, y'all. I can't locate everything all at once, but I think it was the Standard Essential that I get that from. Anyhow, this, let me just pull that part out. That's my dashboard for this insert, but it's the same one, but it's not from that store. So I don't know where I got this washi tape, but when I saw it, I was like, well, 3 rolls I hope is enough, because I'm going to be using that. It matches and is gorgeous. I have looked high and low on Etsy and cannot locate that I purchased this off of an Etsy store. If you know where this came from, please put it below. I need to find it again. And I also need to add that to the list below. But it is gorgeous, and it did not come with a name on it, so I can't remember where I got it. Anyway, pulled that one out. My old standbys, these are from who knows where. If they don't have it on there and I unpackage it, it probably will not ever get noticed where it came from. And then I've got these. Okay, let me do these in order this way. These 2 are from Simply Gilded. These 2 are from the Pink Room Co. They are pretty rose gold. Thought I might bring those out. And then these 2 are from Naya Paperie on Etsy. Yes, I think. Anyway, Naya Paperie. And this rose gold was just so gorgeous, I had to have multiples. So I've pulled these out. And we're just going to kind of wait and see kind of how I use those. And we'll see for the banner, because I like lots of stuff in the banner. Let's look at the kit real quick. Of course, I've pulled in some of the extras that I've made. Put those there. Let's set those aside. And let's look at the kit real quick. Paper and Gumption. This is called Pretty Office. And I love digital kits. Y'all know I use digital kits mainly. And then sometimes I use kits that I purchased that I tend to hoard a purchased kit. And that's because I spent money on it, and it's an investment. And I only get what's gorgeous and really tugs at my heart. On a digital kit, I don't have any problem using a digital kit because I can print as many copies as I want. And so that's why I go for the digitals. Anyway, this is Pretty Office, and I just really like the colors in it this week. I wanted something that I could put down, decorate, and have fun with for the week. I'm going to probably be writing a whole lot on it, and I just wanted something functional for me. And yet I wanted to be able to make it pretty too, because that's, you know, that's what I like. I like making stuff pretty. I have a tendency, I have noticed, let me show you why I did what I did, to not ever, hardly ever use these little functional stickers or appointment or whatever they're called, labels. I don't know. And I just cut straight through it. At the moment, Paper and Gumption, when I bought these, this was the format that this particular kit came in. She, I think, has changed her format so that now there are areas you can like cut your page in half. I don't mind cutting through stickers. A lot of times I'll pull some off or cut around them like I did on this one. So sometimes you'll find a kit where you kind of have to make it work for you when you want to cut them up. I recently just decided I wanted to cut all my kits in half that were all single pages. So I've been working on that. That's a backbreaking job to me. I don't like doing it because I have to think where I'm going to cut. So anyway, that's why I did that. And I love these glitter headers. They are so pretty. I'm going to use those instead of any of those other stickers. And then all the full or half boxes and quarter boxes. I like all those. So, and she also has the date headers. And I thought I saw, it was probably in a different one. Nope, it is in this one. There's the numbers that go with that. So, we'll set these all aside. There's the bottom washi. Isn't that cute? Love it. So, I'm going to set all this aside. Gonna get into my planner. Open it up where I need it. And I'm going to get started. I'm going to white all this out and I'll be right back. Okay, I have whited out all of the sidebar, all the date and days of the week. I've also come over here to the second page and whited out all of the headings of all of the different sections. I made a little pencil line coming across the top of this page so that I could put my banner over on this side, which is, I prefer to do that than on the weekend in this because I just kind of need the room to write. Because there is so much extra space in here, I don't always use it. I don't have a need for the sidebar. And thank you, Amy at Two Little Bow Babies, for sharing this lovely idea of putting your washi, bottom washi, along this edge, because I have fallen in love with this idea. I'm going to eyeball this. I'm just going to put it along this far edge over here, and then I'm going to pick a pretty washi, something that'll fit in that spot. Don't know which one I'm going to end up with though. I haven't used that one hardly at all. There is that gorgeous purple, just got it. That floral I don't think I want to use. And then there's those bows. There's a lot to choose from of my rose gold washi. And boy, I sure am thinking about that. I don't know if I want to do this. Maybe if I leave a little white space on each side. Just got this one. It's one of the new, is that a new release? I can't remember if it was a new release or if it was a something different. Yeah, I like that. That is cute. And I got a number of rolls of it. It's purple, rose gold, and so of course I'm gonna be using a lot of that. I like that look. That looked really nice. There's so much you can do with just some washi tape. I never, in fact, when washi tape first became popular here in the United States, my thought was, well, what do people do with that stuff? You know, that's just a waste of money. Oh dear, am I eating my words? Or what? I think I am going to go ahead and use the date covers from this kit, only because I don't think I have anything that's going to go with it. Let's start on the 10th. I'm trying to think if I had anything that would go with it, but I don't. Off the top of my head, know of anything right off. So I'm going to start here on the 10th. I'm going to start speeding you through this here in just a second, and I'm going to not only put in the weekdays, I'm going to go ahead and do my washi banner. And I try to do it really quick so that it's not boring because it takes me quite some time to do it. So I'm going to really fast forward you through this whole section. So far, so good. All right. Now, one of the things I want to make sure I don't do is to do something first that I really should not do first. I've got my full boxes that I want to do. Okay, there's another full box right here. Let life surprise you. This one says make it happen. So that's 9 total. And these two can go together if I want them to, which would be cute on the weekend maybe, because it's on a separate page. Okay. Oh, and here's 2 more? Really? Sure enough. Are they the same? No, that's a little different. And they can either go together or not. So you have 11 full boxes in this? Boy, you could do so much with this kit. It's amazing. Okay. I like those. Don't get sidetracked, Donnie. Keep going. Okay, there's my glitter headers. On my stickers that I have made recently, I have made some confetti overlays. This is on clear sticker paper. All it is little dots. Little dots, just make them on your, with the pinpoint on your Silhouette Studio. Ta-da! Multiply it out, you know, and then foil it. Simple, really, but so effective. So what I think I'm gonna do is not use this deep purple. It looks black probably on camera, but it is a gray tone purple, if that makes sense. I don't know what to call it. Maybe it's a gray with some purple nudge toward the purple side. It's a real pretty color. I like the glitter stickers, but I don't think I want that dark color in here so much. So thinking ahead, I'll put pops of it in here because I see these little bows. Look how cute. Actually, there are plenty of bows that are not that color, but maybe it's like an eggplant. I don't know. I've also made these, and I always go back to these just because I like to pull in more foil. So maybe I will go ahead. I think this week I'm going to put everything across the middle. A lot of times I like to, well, there I did them all at the bottom. but I really do like the look of them being put in different areas, scattered, you know. But I think I'm going to try it across the middle this week. I haven't done that in a while. So, let me think. Probably, I'm not going to use both sets of those. And this one looks to be very similar to that one with the purse. So I'm not going to use both of those. So if I don't use this one, I can use both of those. I'll put these on the weekend, because I can start backwards. If I put these around the center, and just kind of work around it. I tried to pull all my rose gold stickers out that I had, because I wanted to definitely use the rose gold with this kit. That's what it looked like I wanted in it. And so it limited me, because I don't have rose gold in a number of things that I kind of wanted it to be in. Like, I had some 1.5 boxes I had made that I was kind of hoping I had thought to use rose gold, but I didn't. I gotta lift this close so I can kind of see where the back side is. It is off. I still can't tell where that's at. We're just gonna make a wild guess. I'm just more worried about getting that straight on there. But I had wanted to bring in some other, like, I don't like these curves, y'all. I'm old. I can be picky. I don't like rounded boxes. I don't know, just don't like them. I was kind of hoping to pull in some of my own that I'd made, but I don't think that's going to happen, because I did not use rose gold foil on the group that I made. Do I want that dark one on this side or the other side? I think I want on this side. It's a little more simple looking. If you'll ever hear that dinging, that's my dehumidifier. My craft room is down in the basement of our home, and it gets a little damp, so we just kind of keep that dehumidifier going all summer long, and then we reverse the process in the winter and try to keep moisture down here because it gets too dry. And the last one, can't decide if I want the floral or if I want the chair. I was kind of thinking the chair, but I already have it over here. I said I wasn't going to use it, so floral it is. Okay. Yeah, I think that dark purple in the middle looks good. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and use these across the middle. These are, like I have mentioned before, that I made these a long time ago when I was first starting to learn how to foil. And they did not turn out as perfect as I had hoped. But I'm not going to throw away a sheet of foiled stickers just because they're not perfect, every one of them. The majority of them look just fine, and I'm going to use them and enjoy them. I'm going to make a little plug here for the Silhouette and the Mink machines. The Silhouette is the cutting machine. The Mink machine is the foiling machine. It's like a super hot laminator is basically what that is. So on the Silhouette, I have up above my desk here, I kid you not, I have a wad, a huge pile of stickers I have printed, this thick, of stickers I've printed. And when I first started trying to print digital stickers to use in my planners way over a year ago. No, I take that back. That was right at a year ago, because I got my Silhouette machine less than a year ago. I hand cut stickers to use in my planners, and I used a straight edge, and eventually I got this little green tool that I use, the slice tool, and which, by the way, is fantastic to have. And instead of a what's it called, a metal, what do you call it, just a knife tool, instead of it being metal, this one is ceramic, and it does not cut a person's skin. I'm sure if you jabbed it hard enough it would, but it is nothing like a knife. So buying this little instrument for around $7 has saved many, many, many nicks and cuts on my hands and fingers. But the other thing is, my Silhouette machine, I gotta say, it was worth every penny and tear, because yes, I cried. That was the hardest thing to learn how to use. I have seen so many people on the, like the Silhouette, is it Facebook? Yes, I always get those all mixed up. But on the Silhouette Facebook groups, so many people are struggling with using the Silhouette. Yes, there's a huge learning curve. If you have time to learn how to use it, it's well worth getting the machine. If you don't, then you'd probably be upset with it. That's about all I can say about it. I found it well worth my effort. Let me put it that way. I don't know if I should put that below. That looks kind of cute that way. Okay, I like that. I really, really like putting the month at the beginning of each of the weeks. Like that. I just think it adds just a little something to the spread. And it's not too hard to do. But the Silhouette and the Mink machine, I can foil my own stickers. There's now kits out. I have shown you a kit that I did in my Erin Condren that was a foil ready kit. And I mean, awesome. Awesome. So excited to see that. Easy to do. So if you're in the market or you're questioning whether or not you should get a cutting machine, definitely check into it. I'm glad I invested. Of course, I'm retired. I have the time, and I may not have the brain, the technological, can't even say the word, brain for doing stuff. I did, however, teach myself to do it. So I was proud of myself for learning how to do it. Each step of the way has been a big process, I'll tell you. And then the Mink machine, I'm on my second machine. The first one, I was upset that it had broken, because it should not have broken at all, but it did. So I'm glad I have the machine. I enjoy using it, but I'm scared I'm going to break the second one. They're not easy to find at the moment, at least not where I live. I have to get mine off Amazon, and that's not always easy. Okay, I'm going to take these little overlays. They're on the clear sticker paper, and I'm going to lay those on top of the glitter headers. And this way I can add a little bit of foiling to the glitter headers. I spent days making these overlays in every foil color that I have. And yes, all that is an investment, but I don't buy a whole lot of kits that are pre-made. I do buy some, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of cool kits out there, and I love kits, but I have, for the most part, made the majority of my stickers, easily the majority of my stickers for my kits, and that is very satisfying. I also don't have to worry if I have a digital kit that if I make a mistake or I do something silly with it, you know, stick it down wrong or ruin a sticker, that I have forever ruined that and missing a piece of my kit. I can just print another page because that's what I do. Okay, so there, those are the overlays. They added a little something something. I'm also thinking, might as well, this is like gold glitter, and it's not so off that rose gold would look so different, but I'm thinking more of the purple because there's a lot of purple in the kit. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just put these down here. Like I said earlier, I just don't use those little things like to-dos, todays, and those things. I don't use those. I already know what I'm doing. Basically, in my setup is just writing down either what I have to do, like an appointment, like for today. I'll be putting that I had my mammogram this morning. And future appointments I can always put in here, but more than anything, I use my planners just to kind of keep track of what I've done when we do something. If we have, I don't know, what's something you do like every once in a while, like clean the hot tub. That for us is a real big chore. But I need to always see, do I need to change the water in the hot tub? Do I need to, you know, do anything to the hot tub? And when we do, of course, that means just clean out the hot tub, meaning, you know, wash it down. And when we do that, I try to keep it written in here in a prominent spot so that I can go right back and say, well, the last time we did it was, you know, this date. And so for those things, this comes in handy. I also keep track, just for fun, when I do laundry, when we go to the store, stuff like that, because you kind of make a habit of doing things. You kind of know when you're going to have to go again the next time. And it's, I don't know, it's just how I keep track of stuff. It also, to me, is a stress reliever because I don't have to remember things in my head. I can write it down. And then I don't have to worry about, you know, if my husband says, hey, can't think of an example. When did we, you know, go and do this or whatever? I don't have to try to remember it. I can just say, well, let me look at my planner. Plus I get to look at my planner, and that's always fun. So I have thought about doing a video. I laid that down off the sticker, so I'm going to try to fix that. Those don't always come up clean. I've also been thinking about doing a video just for those people who were looking to get into planning and reasons why you might do so. I know from looking in my old planners from like when I was in school that it started out for me anyway as being a necessity, like for a class, like my English class or whatever it was. Get out your planners. We're going to look at the, whatever those were called in school. I'm old, I can't remember. But when an exam's going to be, when a report is due, when a paper is due, those kind of things. I can't, it starts with a C, I think. And you have to like write it in and then break it down. What are you going to do at this point in time and all that? So that's kind of what cemented the fact that I personally need a planner just for life. Also, when I was working at our school district, they would give out, it was a little bit larger than this. It was a planner that was just monthly calendar, already pre-printed with all the school holidays and functions and stuff like that in it. And when I worked at that school district, I lived with that thing in my hand almost 24/7 because I had to know what's coming up, what I have to do, what, you know, preparations I had to do and make for my job and everything. So living with a planner, it's just, I don't know, some people have to have a planner. I am one of those. And if you're looking at having a planner or keeping a planner, I kind of thought for those young ones that are just getting into it, I love using these. I made them, so I might as well use them. These are just little not hearts, little bows. I'm trying to use both sides of my brain, I guess, and I can't do it very well. But I don't know. I've seen a lot of questions on Facebook, people asking, you know, what kind of planner should I get? Does anybody know of, you know, a type of planner that I could use because I'd happen to need it for this or that? And so I kind of wish, well, I always wish that I had had the computer age when I was in school. Here's how close I came to the computer age. I was in college in the early 80s, and I graduated from high school in 82. And so when I went to college, I carried a typewriter with me. Yes, an electric typewriter. Thankfully it was electric, right? And when I graduated from college, my brother started school the very next semester. I graduated the second summer session in 86, and he started fall of 86. And he had a, what are those, what were they called? It was like a typewriter, but it was a type of computer. I can't think of what they called it back then. But he had that where he could like erase before he typed it, where he could just print it out after it was done, his reports. And I was like, no fair. 4 years does make a difference. So, and like when I did my student teaching and stuff, the first Apple computers were coming out. And yes, I worked on one of those old, brand new Apple IIe computers. And that was the beginning of this technological era. And I tried to learn as much as I could because it was so important. I could see the technology flying past me. Literally today, my husband and I are like, we are so old. we can't keep up with technology. And it's true. It just flies by. Okay, right now I'm looking for the stickers that I'm going to use for the rest of the day on each of these. I'm just going to make this real simple for myself. I'm going to be putting a half box probably all the way across the bottom, so I want to do that. I'm going to start with, I'll start with the purple. And again, I do not like rounded boxes. For one thing, they're difficult to lay down straight, and I don't like corners peeking out, or like the lines in your Erin Conran that go across, they peek out a lot. I just do not like that look. And so I wish everybody would quit making these because they don't serve a function. They don't even look pretty, I don't think. Okay, enough of that. But I'm going to use, whoops, I wasn't going to use a solid here. I may have to get the undo out. I'm using removable sticker paper for my stickers from Online Labels. Well, that would be the same. Go with this one instead. That'll work. I highly recommend removable sticker paper. If you're anything like me. And pink. So I said earlier I had driven to town to go to my doctor's appointment, my mammogram. I noticed the leaves are changing on the trees here where I live. Do I want that dark one? Yeah. Just now starting. And I live in the far northeastern corner of Tennessee. I'm pretty close to the Bristol Motor Speedway. Let's put it that way. And I noticed that when we went to church a few days ago, I didn't see the change of color just yet. And so this morning I saw it more. And we haven't had any really cool mornings yet. So hopefully that'll be coming up soon, because I don't feel like it's fall. It doesn't just make me want to go, you know, have hot chocolate and rake leaves or anything yet. So I want to keep everything kind of still summery looking. I love these, but I still need something to go here as well. I'm thinking about putting washi strips along here, because I can still write on washi strips. Could use 5 of them across here. Use the whitest one I have. Of course, I was looking at the television in the waiting room this morning, and all the different hurricanes. I had no clue. We don't watch much TV, news TV. My husband just can't handle the politics and stuff. He gets rather vocal, and I just soon not hear it. So I just don't watch it. And I was noticing that there's not only a hurricane that's named and ready to come toward us, but there's one going to Hawaii, there's one going to Puerto Rico, there's one going to the East Coast, and then there's others behind it. And I was like, oh dear, that hit me. I was not involved in the Houston hurricane personally. I was not there at the time, but my sons were. So there was a lot of devastation. Everybody lost, not just them. Everybody lost, y'all. So much damage. And it's still being worked on today. My son's house that lost, if you've watched for a while, you know that one of my sons had lost everything in their home. It's still not finished, but thankfully they had insurance, and thankfully so many things. Because it could have been even worse. Just, I don't know. Sometimes I beat a dead horse, and I apologize for that, but they're still suffering. Just so many people are still suffering. Those that did not have insurance, those that did not were not able to rebuild. And FEMA is a joke. I will just say that right out. Nobody in the area where my son lives, nobody got a FEMA trailer. I'll tell you that for a fact. There was somebody actually going up and down the streets in the community, and my son and husband happened to be outside at the time, and they stopped and started talking to them and said, you know, we're looking for FEMA trailers. Did you get yours yet? I don't see it. My son's like, what FEMA trailer? Sure, I qualified for one. Sure, I was told numerous times we would get one. But did it ever show? No. FEMA is a joke. FEMA is ripping everybody off. And I'll say it outright. I was hoping that somebody somewhere had enough pull to help the people out that seriously needed a trailer. It would have been nice if my son and his family had been able to live on their property while the rebuild was taking place, but instead my husband went to Houston and lived in their storage room with no facilities. He had to go to a truck stop if he needed to do any bathing or anything. And we were able to afford to do that. And so I'm thankful for that. What is a travesty is that so many people in the neighborhood lived out of their vehicles and were supposed to be getting trailers, and they never showed. Ever. They never showed. So the whole FEMA thing is just utterly ridiculous. I don't care how much red tape. You hear the derision, sarcasm in my voice. I don't care how much red tape there may be. There's a serious problem with our government that cannot get a trailer to the people who need it. Okay, I gotta stop because now I'm getting mad. And this is supposed to be relaxing, isn't it? I do get off on tangents, so. Okay, last two of these I'm gonna put, is there another color of that? Okay, and a few more bows. Do pink and cream on the back. I'm going to go ahead and mention this real quick while I'm thinking about it. If those of you who watch my Plan With Me's happen to have seen my older videos when I made lace books, and you liked the lace books, this may be interesting to you. I have to clean up this area of my room to my right where all my lace stuff is before I can actually make another lace book or project. And that has been getting in my way of working on another project, is I just have to clean up that area. So here's what I'm thinking. If you're interested, I know a number of you have written me that you miss my lace projects. If any of y'all are interested in seeing me do a lace project, again, I will be doing that. I'm getting ready. Let me put it that way. I cannot give you a date or time or anything, when I'm actually going to be able to get that done, because I have to work in spurts. I can't do everything all at once anymore. I don't have that in me anymore. So if you are interested in lace and things like that, I will be putting that up on this channel at some point coming up in the hopefully near future, because I am way late getting all that done. And I need to make some more lace projects, because I have used everything I had previously made, and I used those for a ministry, just a thing that I had started a number of years ago, and I wanted to go ahead and continue that. And I really need to get busy and make some more items. So if you're interested in lace and stuff like that, do have a look. If you see that pop up on your feed, if you're interested, and then you'll know what I'm doing. What I do is, for this ministry, it's just something that I made up. I saw a need, and I wanted to like go with it. I have run into many people ever since my birth mother had cancer, who are fighting cancer. And my idea was to encourage people who are sick. They don't have to have cancer, but the ones I happen to be involved with do. The whole idea of the ministry is nothing on paper. It's nothing but just a heart, a hope that others will do the same, is make something pretty and pass it on to somebody who needs it. If you know of somebody who's sick, lonely, has cancer, who's going through a hard time, if you're a crafty person, make a little something and give it to them. Tell them you thought about them. Every time they see it, they're going to know somebody cared enough to make them something and share it with them. And it's like the gift that can keep on giving, because the whole idea is to pass it on and to share with others what you have. So make somebody's day nicer, you know. I'll put this little strip right through here, and then I think I'm going to be about done. So anyway, that's what this little ministry is. I call it the Helen Ministry. I have permission from the person, Helen, to use her name for the ministry, and she knows that that's what I'm doing, and that I've called it the Helen Ministry. So that's all it is. Just pass on a little bit of love to somebody. I'm going to finish these off. I see I didn't do that. Y'all noticed it, I bet. Okay. Oh, I've got that one crooked too. That is so hard to see. I think I'm going to put one up here too. On this one. Just because I had an extra. I kind of want something dark right along the top, but I don't think I'm going to go to the trouble. Let me see. I've got my weekend. I've got my little churches. So we go to church on Saturday. We go to church on Sabbath. Oh, and I didn't put those stickers on that. Probably because I was thinking it was the weekend. I'm going to put this one right here. And then I have a little script sticker I made that says Sabbath. Oh, and that is so crooked. Well, if I go over it, maybe it won't look so terrible. I think that'll work. I do need one there though. There they are. And I don't have a big one, but it's not going to matter as much on the weekend. I can put anything there actually. Okay, I think that finally finished that page. And always trash day. By the way, has anybody had a problem with people that are supposedly neighbors putting their trash in your trash bucket? I mean, seriously? We go out there and we have our garbage and it's already got trash in it from somebody else. Seriously, if you need the space, just ask me. I'd probably say yes. Okay, I used all those. I've also got these ones. And I know I've got a bunch of bows here, but there's not enough bows. There's bows here, but I always need more bows. That's why I made so many bows. Okay, that one is not any good. That one's not any good. I'll take those out. I'm going to put these across here. They're just little tiny bows. Now, these I made myself. You can get a digital file off of Etsy for just a couple dollars that has all kinds of bows on it. There's all kinds of people who have really cute little digitals. So this is just one of many that I've bought over the last, I don't know, year. I'll just say year. But I have had more use out of this one digital file than probably even a kit, because I keep going back to it and pulling out another bow. Yeah, it's not a perfect one, but that's okay. I make all kinds of different bow things, so made that. I have some bigger bows over here. Or are they just way too big? I think I'm gonna put one of these down here. This is also on clear sticker paper. Let me see if I can do it without making it crooked. I'm gonna call it quits because I think that's cute. I think I got enough. I've got a bubble in my washi tape right here. I'll have to fix that, but anyway, I'm gonna put a little half header down here because I just think that doesn't look good. Well, it could be better. That's the way I ended up, so. And I wish I had laundry stickers. I do not. I did not make any laundry in rose gold, so I'm kind of stuck, limited, like I said, in my rose gold. I need to up my game. But that's how the the week has turned out. I hope y'all enjoyed watching. I'm sorry if I chatted too much about stuff that y'all weren't interested in. But anyway, yeah, I think that'll work. Thank y'all for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please, wherever you are, be careful. Be careful. Do not turn around, okay? Turn around, don't drown. Yeah. Don't take any chances. Please. Take care. Have a wonderful week, a safe week. Bye-bye.